Okay, so the last little bit is how to figure out the inverse of a function algebraically. So what did we remember about finding ordered pairs? What do we do with the x and the y? Switch them. Okay, so if we have an equation, y equals 3x plus 2, if I'm asked to find the inverse, all you have to do again is switch the x and the y. They're going to exchange places. Okay, so if we started with y equals 3x plus 2, the first step to finding the inverse is you're going to exchange the x and y. So now you see a y, now you don't. It's going to be an x. Okay, and then this x will turn into a y. So we're literally just switching where the x and the y were located. The second step is you're going to isolate y, and then essentially you want a y equals equation. Okay, so isolate y means solve for y. So to do that, we have to subtract 2 over, and then we're going to divide by 3. So y equals x over 3 minus 2 over 3. That's our inverse function. And then we're just going to graph them. Okay, so the original graph was y equals 3x plus 2. Y-intercept is at 2. 1, 2. And your slope is 3 over 1. So we can rise 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to move to the right 1. Or we can reverse it. We can go negative 3 over negative 1. So go down 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. Once we have a few points, we can just draw a line through them and write the equation at that point. The inverse of this function we found to be x over 3 minus 2 over 3. So our y-intercept is at negative 2/3. In other words, negative 0.6 repeated. That's roughly here. And the slope will be 1 over 3. So we're going to rise 1, and we're going to go to the right 3. So rise 1 and move 1, 2, 3. Or we can go in the opposite direction. The slope could be described as negative 1 as our rise over negative 3, our run. So we're going to go down 1 and to the left 1, 2, 3. We have enough points that we can now draw a line through them. And that's the graph of y equals x over 3 minus 2 over 3. If you also want to label it the inverse, go ahead. Try to draw a mirror line. Does that look about right? The mirror line's a little bit crooked, but for the most part. Okay, would you guys say that the inverse is also a function? If you did a vertical line test, would any x values repeat? Nope, so yes, it is also a function. Lastly, we get to have a little bit of fun on our calculators. Okay, so let's just use the same example as before. Y is equal to 3x, what was it? 3x plus 2? Yeah? Okay. So first thing we're going to do is put into our y equals 3x plus 2. Let's graph it. We should get what we just plotted. But now we want to make sure what we just graphed for our inverse was actually correct. So let's use our calculator. You're going to press second and then program. And then you're going to go down and scroll until you see draw inverse, which should be number 8. So program is this button right here. So math apps program. So go second and then program. And then you're going to scroll down until you get to number 8, draw inverse. Press enter, and don't press enter again, just the once. So then on your screen you should get draw inverse and this little blinky cursor. So there's one of two things you can tell your calculator now. You can put in 3x plus 2 if you wanted to, or we can tell it that we want the y1 function that we've already inputted into our y equals. So to do that, I want you to find vars. It's the button beside program. Then slide over to y vars. Number 1 for function, press enter. And we've only inputted a function in y1, so we want to press enter again on y1. And then press enter one more time. And voila, here is our inverse. So how are we doing? Evan, did you get it? Nice? You guys got it? Yeah? Yeah? Sweet. Okay, but what if we just wanted the inverse? We didn't want to have both functions on there. Let's clear our graph, clear the main screen, and then we've got to go to y equals and clear that as well. And we're going to quit out of there. Let's check our graph. It's clear now, right? So quit out of there. Let's practice. How do you get your draw inverse? You go second and then what? Program, perfect. Number 8. And then instead of going to y1, what we're going to do is just plug in 3x plus 2. And then enter. And there's your inverse. Not so bad. What I want you guys to do is practice now. Let's clear this off. Clear the main screen. I want you to practice with the last question on that workbook page. So we're going to graph in our y equals the absolute value of x minus 3. So do you guys remember where to find absolute value? You have to press your math button. And then go over to number, and it's number 1 for absolute value. We're going to put in the brackets x, and then subtract 3. So let's see what the original function looks like. Huh, I was supposed to clear that original graph. Start that over. Now it's clear. So math, over to number, absolute value, x, and then subtract 3. Let's graph this. This is what the original function looks like. So imagine there's a mirror line there. Sometimes it's tricky to figure out what the inverse would be by just looking at it. So let's let our calculator do the work. So I'm going to quit out of here and go second program. Number 8 for draw inverse. Excuse me. Then we're going to press vars, over to y vars, number 1 for function, number 1 for y1, and then enter again. And you just have to watch it as it loads. That was my mirror line, and this is the inverse function.